Hi everyone, my name is Christina and today I decided to film a video about my life. A little bit of a different format that I'm used to, but today one of my friends kind of inspired me into putting my whole life into one little video explaining who I am, where I'm from, what I do. I wanted to say that I think each person on this planet is very special and has their own story. Each story is very unique, so I think it's very important to be able to share your story, inspire people, just be genuine and open. So that's what I'm gonna do today. Let's start from way back. I was born in Chernigov, town in Ukraine. I lived there up until I was 11 years old. While I was a kid, I was doing all kinds of things. I was a ballroom dancer. My family brought me to gymnastics and ballroom dancing, and what stuck with me was ballroom dancing. I did it for 10 years, I believe. I have a teacher who doesn't really know that I appreciate her so much, but just an amazing human who put together a club where she brought all kinds of kids with all kinds of ages all together and taught them how to do ballroom dance. And it was just, honestly, it was amazing. Then my family also brought me to an art school where I was learning how to draw, how to paint, how to... So, one second, sorry, my tea. I'll be right back. So, back to the story. The art. Basically, my family brought me to an art school. They taught me how to paint, draw, do all kinds of creative things, and I guess that really stuck with me. To this day, I love creating. I love anything that has to do with art, and we'll get to it. So when I was 12, me and my mom moved to Kiev, the capital. I started going to a school that specialized in French language, and during summers they would send groups of people to France for like a summer camp where we would learn French language and just kind of explore the city. My mom picked me up at the airport after one of those French camps and told me that in 1 month we're going to move to United States. Then we moved to San Diego, and San Diego became my second home. I'm still here. I love it. It's a beautiful place. The ocean is just very connecting. When we moved here, I didn't speak any English, and I went to a middle school and was introduced to a girl named Lisa who played a big role in me going through school and adjusting to American life and just showing me how life works here. I started to paint a lot, spend a lot of time with my mom at the beach. During high school, my mom had to go back to Ukraine, and we both decided that it would be a smart and good idea for me to get American education, to graduate from high school, then go to college. And I just saw the future here, so I stayed. Every summer and winter, I would go to Ukraine and spend it with my family, with my grandparents, with my mom, with my dad. It felt like I was living two different lives, the one in America and the one in Ukraine. And I honestly loved it because I love both places. They're like right here. So, and then COVID happened. My mom was here when COVID happened, so we were in a lockdown with our family friends, Gaia and her family, and honestly, it was such a hard time for the world, such a weird time for the world, but we had the most fun. We did hikes, we did cooking, we even had our hair salon where my boyfriend was getting his haircuts because all the places were closed. COVID was also when I was fortunate enough to meet another person who really showed me another side of art. He is a jeweler. He makes his own designs. I learned a bunch of interesting and useful information about art, about the history of art, about life in general, about design, how to create designs, what's relevant, what's not relevant, just all kinds of things that were just so inspirational and interesting. And that was also when I decided that, now it's time to create something that I want to create. I was able to come up with a design that's unique, that's new. I created a design, then found someone who created a 3D model for me, and then had to find a manufacturer, send us a prototype. My mom was helping me find a manufacturer, and we found one in Ukraine. So they were able to make all the pieces back in Ukraine. And so this necklace right here is my first design and definitely not my last one. I'm gonna be working on some new designs for sure, because jewelry is definitely my passion. I started selling them on Amazon and Etsy, but there was some difficulties with a couple of platforms, but that's not gonna stop me from creating more and learning more. So, and simultaneously with that, I was going to SDSU. I got into SDSU for general business, so I was getting my bachelor's degree there. Then in 2022, on February 24th at 4 a.m., the war in Ukraine started. Russia has attacked a lot of cities at 4 a.m. when everyone was sleeping, and that's when a lot has changed. My whole family was under occupation. They had to hide in bunkers and survive, basically, which is, to me, it's crazy that things like that happen. I'm fortunate enough to be safe, but knowing that my family had to go through that really, really hurts me. Dangerous to go to Ukraine. I'm maybe not strong enough, maybe I'm scared, but I'm not really ready to live through that. And I respect all the people who have the nerves to go a day by day and just know that the country they live in is not very safe. My mom would visit me every 6 months, and that would be the time where it just feels so safe. She's with me, and she played a huge role in my life. Well, she gave me my life, so I'm grateful to live this life, express my art, and even with distance, even with the war, our connection is only becoming stronger. Really hope that everyone is able to have such a deep and loving connection with their moms. She was the one who showed me what unconditional love is, and I can't wait when the war is over to visit Ukraine, to see my grandparents, to see my family, to walk around under a peaceful sky and just not be scared. So last May, I graduated from SDSU with a bachelor's in business administration, and to me, that was definitely a big accomplishment, because for someone who didn't speak English to go through all the schooling, to stick around and get the education, I was very proud. I got lucky. I met an amazing woman named Lisa. I'm her personal assistant, and at this point of my life, I really love what I do. I try to do the best I can to help her out. I'm just really happy with all the opportunities that I get in my life. And I'm also not really sure how I'm going to take this channel, what exactly I'm going to post, but I just want to say that it's going to come from my heart. Whatever is going to be posted on this channel is going to be a reflection of who I am. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video, whatever it's going to be. Isn't he so cute?